So, this is the wall tent. And right now it's open, so it's got an outer zipper section, and you pull that up in the back, and then it makes it so you can open up the front of it when the weather is hot like it is today in Big Island, Hawaii. So it's like really hot. Um I have quite a bit of shade, but even outside it's hot. But there is a breeze, so that's something. So there's a mosquito net door, and I have this open at the bottom so the doggos can get out. And this is my my charge controller and my inverter. And that's how the solar, how you figure out if it's equating to the batteries and the solar panels. So that's kind of cool. And it's just kind of storage corner, laundry center, Coca-Cola picture that Joy got me for free at the resale. And I'll explain the resale. And, this is kind of like the utility corner. And then this is Movie Central. And got all the little doodads and cool things. And that hat, someone made it, and my friend Lisa gave it to me, so that was really nice. It's like a hat that you're probably only going to find in Hawaii or tropical locations, so it's pretty groovy. And then there's my father, Gregory, and my mother's urn, Diane, but she isn't in it. We put her in the river when we put my stepdad and my grandparents, well, my grandpa, and then my grandma later, but my grandma in the Skycomish River in Washington. So she's not in there, but my dad is. I figured he would be at home there because, they were a thing. So this is just like where I keep my makeup and jewelry and knickknacks and rocks and stuff like that. And then over here we got a little Coca-Cola station. It's like Coca-Cola items. And this is whole organic kind of Egyptian situation we got going on there. Oh, we got ghost movies and monster movies and zombie movies, vampire movies, religious movies, and the rest of it is serial killer movies and Stephen King movies. Then this part over here is basically a holding area for what will be, because see, this red floor has only one layer of wood on it, and to put the Coca-Cola machine in here, the buffet and everything, you need to have that second layer on. So when that is all put together, this will all be in totes, packed away or whatever. That is Lexi. That is Joy's dog. She's my roomie. She has her own space on the property. And then here is to meet your handsome prince, you have to kiss a lot of toads. I ain't kissing any frickin' toads. I'm telling you, that's disgusting. But that's Aria, and she's hanging out on the giant beanbag chair. She's digging it. And then that's her bed and more living room. And the linen cupboard. Stuff to sell. This is all Coca-Cola stuff, and this awesome gun rack that my buddy, a homie I got in Washington, gave me that, and I just love her for it because it's awesome. Here's one of the windows. And there's not much of a view because it needs to be cleaned. We'll get to that. And then this is a damp red because of the humidity, which is heinous. There's my 1942 Keystone dollhouse that doesn't have really any furniture in it, so it's kind of a knick-knack and picture shelf right now. Because when I went to Washington last year to visit and take care of some business and whatnot, and help out family and hang out and get my stuff packed up, so if I make another trip over there, I can get some more of my stuff over here. And all the dollhouse furniture I found out was over there, and I couldn't fit it in my 5 suitcases because they were already packed to the hilt when I came back in March. And this is kind of like a space for, like, you know, items, knickknacks, and whatnot, and you know, kind of storage. And then this is like my center where all my stuff is. If I need the remote for the solar lights or the remote for the DVD player or extra connectors, lotion, Visine, whatever, that's where that's at. That was my mom's. I know she's missing a foot, but so what? We're all missing something. And then there's the jewelry box that Josh gave me for my birthday one year. Josh is my oldest son. If you know me and you've subscribed or whatever and watched the videos, then you already know who that is. But that's my oldest son. All my kids live in Washington and I live in Hawaii. And this is like my little station with my drink or some of my jewelry and stuff. So let's talk about this. So this held Pringles and they were delicious, don't get me wrong, but because it's like airtight, I keep like snacks in there because no bugs can get in there. And nothing messes with it, and I keep it up here because if I leave it down below, the dogs might get into it and eat my treats, and that's not good. Other treats. I mean, it's just a good place to, like, you know, store stuff, and you know, it holds everything. And I got it for like, I think it was like $6.99 or something on Wish. And it's pretty cool. This part comes off if you need to like move it or something. So that's pretty cool. And then this is really neat too. This is a sewing cabinet. And so this part right here, it lifts up and makes a extended counter, and then inside is a place for a sewing machine. And I'm going to put a basin in there, put it on the other side of the room, and do a gravity drip type water system. That's where you put a jug of water at the top with the hose through the basin, or it goes into the basin, then you hook a hose to the basin at the bottom, and all the gray water or whatever, the wastewater, well, it doesn't have number 2 in it, so just gray water, used water, goes right into a jug that a hose is connected to at the bottom. And I got that idea because I didn't even know I had this table, and when it came out of the storage spot on the property, I was like, oh my goodness, I thought that was my son's. We took it on accident, and he didn't want it apparently. So I think it'll be great as a sink type area. And by doing the gravity feed, you're not going to have standing water, and that can be a problem when you have mosquitoes and cockroaches and fruit flies. So it's good that I came up with that idea to utilize that piece that way. And then, but I saw this guy who was actually living in a storage unit, and I was like, uh, you know, wow, this guy is like stealing electricity from the storage place. They think he's paying his rent for it, but I'm sure it's not for someone to live in. And so, I was just like, wow, this guy's got it going on and he's so efficient. And he had a gravity feed system for his water. And I was all like, that is a brilliant idea. So I'm pretty sure that I'm going to, take care of that situation whenever the kitchen slash, table area is usable and we get the second floor on. So, because as you can see right there's a red floor and a white floor. Well, it's got 5/8-inch plywood that we treated with kills to prevent mildew. And it needs to have that on the second half of the tent. So, and this is the, like my hangout spot. So like my bed and all my pillows, more damp rid. Another window. Here's another window. I have a little table over on the other side. If someone should come visit, unless I move that dollhouse and move that TV to that where that dollhouse is and flip it around, move a couple other things, nobody else can watch TV or watch movies over here, because it's just, I don't have a second TV, and that happens few and far between. So, I just thought it would be a good idea to take care of what I needed. And then in the event we're going to have a movie night or something, that would be special and we would trick it out so we could turn everything around and, watch movies in the living room area. It's hard to say living room because it's not really a room. It's just an extenuation of my bedroom. But, I'm doing the best I can. And I basically, this is just all my own furniture. And I brought it with me in a shipping container, a 20-foot shipping container from Washington. And I was just, I love my stuff. I don't know how many of you have had to restart because their parents lost all your furniture when you were young that you had to, for when you moved out, lost their storage unit and you had to start all over. Or your children graffitied your entire garage and you had to throw all your furniture and stuff away. And, children, when they turn 13, go crazy, by the way, just saying. But anyway, that aside, or your neighbor, then you live in a duplex and you share a garage, decides that they are going to leave their garbage closed up in their garage and it's going to get invaded with rats, and then those same rats are going to chew through the cement at the bottom of where the walls connect and invade your entire garage and spread their disgusting filthy germs all over your stuff, and you have to throw away all your stuff. So everything that I have, I cherish, because even these stupid dorky shelves, these are those shelves that in grocery stores, they hold like Auto Trader or like real estate magazines. And I'm all like, golly. And it was just sitting in the back of a store, and I asked, can I have it? And they were like, sure, haul it away. And I just cleaned it up, and it's really good to hold all my linens and other stuff. And I think the blue one over there used to be like a bread display or something. I got that at a different place. So use what you can, figure it out. And, you know, everything has a purpose. And then these little drawer thingies, they're supposed to have casters on here. But with the way everything moves around in the tent, I didn't think it would be a good idea to have anything that I cared about on casters. And this is where I keep my the first aid, everything, and I painted that and made that, and I put little sparklies on it every time I come over here. And this is a killer biscuit jar that I got at a garage sale, and it's English and it's really groovy. And this part right here is called a finial. Ooh, cool, right? And I think it's called an Empire finial. I don't know, I'd have to look it up again. But anyway, it's really cool because it lost the handle, but I could probably come across one of those. But it's so pretty. I like it. And that's where all my nail polish is. And then you know, this was my mom's, and it's beautiful. And this is kind of like the commode area, the bathroom area. It isn't very festive, but it's clean and it does the job. And then this is my closet. It's all open and kind of messed up right now. And then there's all my shoe, my boot, and bags, and purses, and whatnots. And then this tote right here has all my jammies in it, and then swimsuits and stuff like that, because it's really difficult to keep your clothes from not mildewing because of the humidity. So right now the humidity is 84. It's 84 degrees outside, and there's 49% humidity. Now, you would be like, oh, that's not really that bad. But yesterday, I couldn't even come in the tent until 7 at night because it was 110 degrees in here and there was 91% humidity. So, you know, it's awesome that the humidity is down. But when it's at that 90%, if your clothes or your linens or, you know, even your bedding is out in that continuously, even your shoes, they will mildew. So that's why I have all the damp rid everywhere. And I just got this last month and it's half full. And so the thing is, there's crystals in this part right here, in this upper part. And then it draws the water out of the air, and then the water goes in this bag, and it's like half full. And those are really expensive here. You have to go to Costco to get those, and there is only one Costco on the whole big island, and it's like an overnight or a day trip just to go to it, because it's on the other way on the other side of the island from us. The closest city to us is Hilo, and you know, that's on one side of the island, and on the other side of the island is Kona, and that's more the touristy kind of you know, situation over on that side of the island, where, you know, this side is more local based and, you know, all that. So, you know, it's awesome to go over to the Kona side because, you know, there's an Outback over there. Oh my gosh. Who doesn't love a ginormous steak every once in a while? And there is white sand beaches and beautiful vistas, and it's incredible over there. You know, and then South Point is over there, and then there's Captain Cook is over there, and that's where the Captain Cook hung out. And we'll talk about Captain Cook another time. But anyway, so that was kind of the tent, and then the next video I'll do of the deck, which everybody here calls the lanai. But with the platform, I had them build out 6 extra feet or so And because there's an extended rain fly that comes with this wall tent, and I got that with the purpose to have a covered deck because it rains a lot here. I mean, a lot. It isn't like a sprinkle. It rains a lot. Buckets. One night I was sitting in here and I was chanting Antium, Antium, because I thought for sure I was going to get carried away with the wind and the rain. It was just nuts. So you never know what each day will bring. It could be nice like it is today, but the way it is nice right now, and there isn't a lot of humidity, who knows? A cloud could come over and we could have a squall right now, just out of nowhere. So I always say it's not if it's going to rain, it's when is it going to rain. So, that's the dealio over here. And you just adapt to it because what else are you going to do? It's not like you can, every day with gas prices at $6.50 a gallon or whatever it is, it's not like you can just jump in the car and go for a spin because, it's a waste of gas. So if you have to go do something, it's planned, nothing is off the cuff. There's always a plan in place because a lot of tasks have to be taken care of if you're going to be out in, the world away from, your own space. So, you got to, there's a lot of tasks that have to be done when you're out and about, like today, people left from the property, to go get some groceries, and while they're out, they're going to hit the post office and get some propane. So, I mean, nobody is ever like, hey, let's blow this pop stand and skedaddle and, just wander around. It doesn't happen. It just really doesn't happen. There's always a purpose to your trip, wherever you're going. So, and I wasn't feeling that hot today. I am disabled, and it does not define me, but it every day, how my day is going to go really depends on how I'm feeling. Some days I can't get out of bed. Some days my legs won't work. Some days my arms don't feel good. Sometimes I feel really weak. Or, I'm sick in the bathroom, or I have wicked indigestion with stomach cramps, or, my hands hurt, or it is what it is. It's part of having fibromyalgia and my other ailments. It's just part of it. And because I've had fibromyalgia since I was 19, to me is normal life. It isn't different. Other people might look at my life and might say, well, gosh, what a weirdo, why don't they live in assisted living or somewhere where they can get, a whole bunch of help or whatever. But even though I do need help, right now, I recently, just found out when I got back in March that I had medical here and that I could get caregiving. So somebody can come out to my space and, help me with laundry or making my bed, taking the trash out, help me up, assist me when I'm walking, those kind of things. But until I establish care and get appointments with the people that do all that and get that all buttoned up, there isn't really anything I can do until then. So I just kind of have to deal with it, and that's what I do. So, if I can't go do something, I don't. If I don't feel good, I do whatever I need to make myself at least comfortable. And I think that a lot of people that are disabled or injured or have mental health issues, which I have those too, that goes along with fibromyalgia, but I think that it's the same for everybody. Everybody adapts to every situation, and not everybody has a ton of help. So, I'm very lucky because my family here, I'm not blood related to anybody on the island. And literally, quite literally, when I got here in November 2020, I only really knew two people. I was an acquaintance with someone else, but I only knew like two people that lived here. So everybody I've met on my journey has been awesome, and everybody is very welcoming and kind, and we've all kind of become friend family, which I call family. So I think that's really, really cool. And you need community for moral support. It's just a part of life. Sure, you can move to an island and become a hermit and never talk to anybody and just do you, but what are you ever going to learn? Or how are you going to learn to adapt if you don't, involve yourself in the area you live? So that's just my thoughts on that. I don't know. At this point, this is just a rambling video. I just wanted to kind of show everybody, all my 12 subscribers who are awesome, that, this is the space and this is how I'm utilizing it at this time, and I'm doing the best I can with what I got. And so, oh, by the way, I just wanted to say I totally appreciate you 12 subscribers, because you're what makes me want to put this content out, because even if it doesn't come off as content, if it's just rambling, or like my first video, where I actually put something out specifically as content, was just a short video about my barbecue burn from the propane, the gas stove. So, okay, cool. We're gonna have some more content right now. So, this is my hand now. It's all better. There's no burns between the fingers. The black thing that was on there, I think personally that it was like skin soot or something. I don't know, but it didn't, soot I thought would come off, and then someone was all like, well, maybe it burned the top layer of your skin, and that's what that was, but it wasn't a bad enough burn for the skin to come off. And I'm like, thank God. But my hand is better, all my fingers work, everything's groovy. It's kind of red today, but that's just because I don't know. I don't know why. I'm not a doctor person, but it's 1,000 times better. And I'll tell you what, when it happened, it scared me to pieces. And people came from neighbors came over to help me troubleshoot this situation, so I didn't have to go to the hospital, because everybody had been, and had been like a party night. I think we were having a Darby party, because it was Hurricane Darby. It was supposed to touch in the ocean near us, and so everybody had been, in the cups. Everybody was partying. I don't drink, but everybody was partying, and so nobody could drive really. So I didn't. If I would have wanted to go to the hospital, would have to call an ambulance, and I believe that they come from the hospital. I don't think they come from a fire station. I think because I have only seen ambulances at the hospital, not at any fire station. So maybe they do. Maybe they're in the back, but. Yeah, so I'm not sure exactly how that worked. The infrastructure here is kind of wacky, so it isn't like it is on the mainland. Nope, no how, no way, But I'm not showing my face. It's not because, I'm don't want to be seen or anything. I just don't feel very good, and I thought I had a sty in my eye, and it looks all crazy and puffy, and so now we're just gonna look at the Coca-Cola blanket, which my friend Lisa gave me, and it's awesome. But anyway, you know, if you like what I talk about, which could be any subject, at and very random, you know, my name's Thay, and I'm the rocker with a walker, formerly off-grid living. But I think that every person that has an off-grid, you know, channel, I think that off-grid or off-grid living is always in their title. And I think it was kind of ambiguous. So I wanted to make sure that I used a title for the channel that depicts me and, you know, what I'm about, and it's perfect. That's what I am, a rocker with a walker. And so, you know, very, very, very blessed. I'm very grateful for all that I've been able to achieve. I love my kids. I love my family. I love my friends. And I just want to, you know, share this journey because I think that a lot of people are going to move to Hawaii with expectations that